Hi crafty friends, Melissa Minor here. Thanks so much for joining me on my YouTube channel. Today I'm creating a layout for the My Creative Scrapbook design team, and I am using the April 2026 main kit. Now if you haven't seen this kit, I do have a full unboxing that I will leave linked down below in the description box. This month the kit is filled with the 49 in Market and Vicki Boutin Artful Moments. I have two photos that I want to scrapbook, and these are of my daughter Tatum and some of her friends celebrating St. Patrick's Day. So I've pulled out some of the green embellishments, which you can see over there to the right-hand side of my screen. And I think I want to cut out just the green part of this pattern paper. Now, when I originally set out to do this, I wanted to cut this piece a little bit larger, but I accidentally snipped the wrong side. So in the end, this is going to be a 5x6 piece of pattern paper. So I'm going to get that cut down. And then I've got two 3x4 photos, and I print all my photos at home on the Epson PictureMate 400. Here's where I go and I start cutting this, and I cut this down to that size that I just mentioned. I wanted it to be a, let's see here, I wanted it to be about, I think 6x7. And like I said, I messed up a little bit. So the next one I do, I think will be 6x7. And then I've got a 4x5. So I'm just going to make several layers here. But I like that the green is poking through from behind. And I'm just going to layer several of the pattern papers. So here's my next layer. And with this one, I'm going to bring in a little bit of the yellow. So I'm really focusing on the monochromatic on the green, but I needed another accent color, so I'm bringing in a little bit of the yellow. So I think I will layer this on top of here. I am going to end up matting my photo on white by a 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 piece of white cardstock. I'll do that off camera, and I will distress all the edges of the pattern papers that I pull in here. So I've got one more piece of pattern paper that I'm going to cut. All of these papers are so pretty. These are from the Artful Moments starter pages, I believe they're called. So I thought this one would be really pretty. This is another shade of green. So I'm using like all the different shades of green. And this is going to be my largest piece, and I'm going to layer this one right behind the others. So let me get this one cut down, and let's see what this looks like. And then, like I said, I'll go in and distress all the edges and then get these glued down together with a white photo mat. Now I want to do some mixed media. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to prep my paper because I just have white cardstock. And this white cardstock is actually 11.5 by 11.5. I will end up matting it as well on some green cardstock in the end. So I'm going to use some Liquitex acrylic gesso, and what this does is this preps your cardstock so that it will hold mixed media, and then the mixed media will move around on your page. So this makes it so it doesn't soak in, and you can put paints on your cardstock and water, and it'll allow it to move around. So the first thing I need to do before I add my mixed media, so I've got my gesso on there, but I need to figure out where I want my mixed media. So I'm going to bring in a pencil, and I'm just going to trace around both of my photos here so that we have an idea of where to place the mixed media. And I don't want the pencil line to show, so I'm kind of going up and underneath the photo. Oops, I got a little crazy on this one, so I'm going to erase that. Oops, and this line didn't draw. So there we go. I've got my outline of where I want to apply my mixed media. So the first thing I'm going to do here is add some ink before I do my paint. So I have the 49 in Market Green Jean ink, and I am going to dip my brush here into the ink, and I'm going to go all around the outline of where I traced my pencils. So this will give it a nice green jean shadow. So I know it doesn't look like much right now, but stay with me because we will jazz this up. All right, I'm cleaning off my brush just a little bit. You saw me put some there in the center. And now I'm going in with the 49 in Market Key Lime ink. So this is just a lighter green ink, and I'm just blending the two together. Then the next thing I want to do is I want to bring in some Shimmerz paints. And I really think this brings it to life. I've got the Shimmerz, no, excuse me, this is a Vibez, and it's called Elfin Magic. I'm also going to add some water and then just kind of move this, help move this paint around. And then I'm going to go back in with the Vibez, the Elfin Magic, and just do some splatters. Now I do want to mention I'm also on the Shimmerz Paints design team, so if you ever decide to place an order on the Shimmerz Paints website, you can add my name, Melissa Minor, to the notes section, and Shimmerz will send you a free paint. All right, the next thing I want to do here is I want to bring out the stencil. Now this stencil came included in the kit, and I believe it is a Vicki Boutin stencil. So I've taken one of the 49 in Market green inks that I just used, and I am applying it through my stencil. It's kind of subtle because I've got all those layers of ink and paint in the background. So you don't see a lot of this, but I do think it adds just another little detail to draw your eye, you know, into something else that's on the page. So I love all these different layers. So I'm going to continue going around all of my layout here and just bring this stencil all the way around where my pencil lines were and my paint and my ink, and we will just finish inking this up. So you see it's kind of subtle. Looks like I don't have any over there on the left, so let me do that really quick. And then that will finish up all the stenciling, and I love the way that looks. All right, the next thing I want to do here is I want to bring out a water brush, which you could use a paintbrush too, but I'm going to bring in another shade of paint. This is from Shimmerz, and this is called Lawn Order. Oh my gosh, I love the names of their paints. They're always so funny. So Lawn Order, and I just put a little water on my glass mat there and mixed it in with the Lawn Order, and I'm just making splatters all around the layout. This is just another color and another layer to give more interest to this page. All right, so there we go. That is what that looks like, and now we are ready to start adding our pattern papers and our photo and then start embellishing the layout. So I'm going to place it on here one more time, and then I'm going to add my liquid glue. Now anytime you have mixed media on the background, I do recommend using liquid glue. You can use a tape runner, but it's only going to hold temporarily, where liquid glue is going to hold forever. Now, since I am working on a magnetic glass mat, I decided I want to bring in some of my magnets and help just hold my page down. It's starting to warp, you know, curl a little bit. So I think by using the magnets, that's just going to hold everything down. And it's also going to help hold my paper layers down here. So I'm using a lot of magnets. I will lift those up in a while. Now, to put my photo down, I actually added the foam tape behind the photo and then place the photo on top of it. Now I'm bringing in some of the embellishments. This kit came with so many embellishments, and I cut this one in half. I don't know what this thing is, this little black artsy thing, and so I decided that I wanted a little bit of it on the left and a little bit on the right. So I'm just placing glue behind each of these elements, and then I'm tucking the little black circle thing in there. Okay, I decided off camera that I needed to experiment with each of these ephemera pieces. So this is where I landed. I wanted a butterfly on each of the little black little circle things. And then I decided to bring in some of the leaves and then these flowers. And I like the flowers because it brings in the green and the yellow. And so do the butterflies. So you can see here I'm adding foam tape to the majority of these. Now this leafy bit here, I'm just adding liquid glue, but then my flowers and my butterflies, they all have foam tape on the back. And so I'm gonna go ahead and add these. So don't ever think that when you have an art collection like this that you only have to scrapbook crafty things. you can pick out the embellishments like I have done here and do a monochromatic layout. You could have really picked any color in the collection. There are so many different colors to choose from, but with it being St. Patrick's Day in March, I had these photos to scrapbook, and so I thought, oh, this will be a lot of fun to use, and I am really liking the way this is turning out. All right, I've got one more butterfly. I like using threes, and so I am adding a third butterfly, so that looks really cute. And then I'm looking through here through the rest of my embellishments, and I found this little piece I'd pulled out. And this just says, hello, my friend, since it's Tatum and her friends. And I'm auditioning it in several different places around the page. I am going to add some liquid glue, and I finally decide that I want to add it just to the upper left of this top photo here on one of the pattern papers. Now I'm looking through the rest of the green embellishments that I've pulled out, and I'm just kind of seeing if there's any more that I want to use. And I don't want to get carried away and crazy. I think that what I have on here is just the right amount, so I think I'm going to leave it the way that it is. Now I still need to work on a title, and there weren't a whole lot of titles in this collection, and the ones that I did find I didn't think would work. So I'm going to look to my stash to find a title for this page and maybe pull out some stickers or something to make a title. I'm still trying to make sure that the rest of these green embellishments aren't going to make it onto the layout, but I just have to try them to make sure. Okay, so I think I am done with the green embellishments now, so I will put these back in my stack and sort tray, and we'll use those on a future layout. So the first thing I decided to do was I wanted to use this Today ephemera piece that came in the kit, and I wanted to punch out the word day, and I thought I would use Amazing Day. I have this acrylic title piece, but once I get it set on the layout, I don't really like that, so I'm going to put that to the side. I found some stickers in my stash, and these were actually from a previous My Creative Scrapbook kit around Christmas time, and so I thought, oh, this will be perfect. I found the word memories, and then also on this sheet is the word happy, so I thought, oh, I could make my title Happy Memories, and I love when a title has mixed fonts like this. So I'm going to put this cursive word memories down to the bottom here of this little photo and pattern papers, and then the word happy was supposed to be like for Happy New Year, but I'm going to add it right up here. Now I will go back and add some liquid glue because this is quite a few layers of pattern paper that this is going on, and these aren't super sticky like I thought they would be, so I'm going to go ahead and add some liquid glue to the back to make sure that the title doesn't come loose. So I'm just using my liquid tacky glue here. So we'll get the word memory stuck down, and then I'll work on using the word happy, picking each letter up and using my reverse tweezers. Now I'm really happy with the way that looks, and I want to add some black splatter. So I have my scrapbook.com luster brush here in the color black, and this is a new one. So I'm having to press a little out, and then I'm using a little tool here just to tap onto my luster brush, and I'm adding black splatters all around the page. You can see here I did cover up my photo as well. Now it's time to go ahead and add the green cardstock, and here is where I mess up. So I should have been more patient or brought in my heat tool and let my background dry, but I didn't. And so I thought, oh, you know what? I can just add my liquid glue and then press my page on here and we will be done. But what happens right here is I stick my finger into the black splatters and I smear it right down here on the bottom left corner. Now I am going to try to fix it by bringing in some of that white gesso. First I try a pen, a white gel pen. I'm like, that's not going to work. So then I try to bring in a little bit of white gesso and a paintbrush, and then I think that looks even worse. So I'm going to try to blot that up. I'm not happy. I feel like I've completely destroyed my layout. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look through the pattern papers and see what scraps I have of either the green or the yellow. And I decide I need a little bit more yellow. So I'm going to take a piece of the pattern paper and just tear it and add just a little strip down here to the bottom left to cover up my boo-boo. And then to balance it out, I'm going to repeat that and add another little yellow strip up there to the top. Now I will add some strip journaling, but I will do that off camera, so you'll have to look at the close-up shots that I will have at the end of this video. So I hope you've enjoyed this process video, and I hope it's given you some inspiration. If you've enjoyed today's layout, please hit that thumbs up button. If you're new, I hope you'll subscribe and come back. And if you don't already follow me on Facebook and on Instagram, I would love for you to follow me on those platforms as well. I will leave a link down below in the description box to the My Creative Scrapbook website where you can pick up and subscribe to the main kit. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!